first part about coming into an existing garden that's been there for quite a while is editing. What do you get rid of? And you can't be sentimental. You can't be sentimental about the plants that are in a garden. Someone planted them there. It may have been for good reason back then. It may have been 20, 30 years ago. They may not work there anymore. They may not work in the direction you want to go in. So the first thing is editing, and I've got a couple spots I'm going to show you about that right now. So let me turn the camera around, show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the first area I'm talking about when it comes to editing. You can see a lot going on here. There are some roses here. There's a large plant there. Large palm tree, there we go, kind of going up over there. More palms over here. In the center there are camellias. It's a bit of a jumble that basically has just allowed too much to grow and potentially even overgrow. So what are we going to edit here? Well, these roses are older. Apparently there was a design originally of a shape that was going to go in here. They're going to surround it. They're old roses. You say, well, why not transplant them? They're old roses. At some point you have to say goodbye. So that's going to go. This tree, same thing. It doesn't belong here. It doesn't make sense. It's going to go. That palm's going to go. This tall palm is going to go. What will stay behind are these camellias. These are Japonica camellias. These are very old. You can see how tall these are. These have got to be 20 feet high. That takes a long time to get there. This is also a form of camellia. You can see that is a giant flower bud. Here's my hand right there. You can get an idea how big that thing is. So what we'll do here, just to clean this up a little bit, this will get lifted a little bit. These taller ones will get lifted. This will be an understory. This one here, these get lifted. That gives us some space. We will keep some things here. This is a beautiful crepe myrtle. I love the bark on this, by the way. I think that's going to stay as well. This massive, whatever the hell this is going to go. It makes no sense here. This palm tree here we go. You can get a good shot of that. Heading all the way up there. It is giant. It is enormous. However, as you can see here, it's been damaged by years of ivy that was allowed to grow on it long before my clients got here, which is a shame. But so we're going to get an arborist to give us an honest view on that. Hopefully we can save it. If we cannot, then it's going to have to go. This is a nice structure. Let me pull back over here a little bit. You'll see it a little bit better. This is nice. Stature in the middle, jasmine growing on it. The client had read a book on Vita Zachville West at Sissinghurst. The first rose she planted was Madame Alphen Carrere. We're going to put one right there. We left a little space there, the hydrangea. Here you can see some editing that needs to be done up here though. See how the jasmine has gone up into this tree? That needs, or the camellias actually, that needs to be pulled back. So that's going to come out. Keep it on here, but it's going to come out of there. Again, editing. That needs to come. And this is going to go as well. There's, again, no point. So when this space is finished, hopefully what we'll end up with is very simply a nice center of camellias, which we will then be able to lift and air out a little bit. We'll have this structure here, and that's all that's going to be left here. And then the client very much wants a specimen tree. We don't know quite what that's going to be yet, but if you imagine this gone, this palm tree gone here, this space in here all of a sudden gives us room for a tree that can really become a focal point, because a specimen tree has to have blank space around it. And if we put one in there now, let me actually come over here a little bit. This video is taking longer than I thought. Apologies for that. I'm just coming over here a little bit. You can see what I'm talking about. Let me get on this side where you can really get a view. So if we put a specimen tree in here, and if a lot of this backdrop is gone and those camellias are aired out, all of a sudden that tree can be allowed to shine and become a focal point of what is really a very important part of the garden. Also in the editing, it's got to go department, bamboo. Someone planted this. I'm sure it had good intentions at the time. There's a lovely pond here with fish in it, kind of a Japanese vibe. They're thinking, oh, bamboo, that'll be lovely. No, please don't plant bamboo. I know there's supposed to be a clumping kind. I'm not so sure, but this is a nightmare. And this has all got to go, all this bamboo. So again, editing, we're going to lose some shade. However, this tree is going to have a chance to shine. We're going to add some other trees in here as well, some Japanese maples. There are probably some nice plants in here. We just can't find them. Bamboo, gone. Vamonos. See you later. Bye-bye. Some of the edits are simple. You know, this is a beautiful stand of palms here. We had a gentleman in here named Sebastian who's going to take over kind of maintenance of the garden. He thinks he can thin this out, shape this up a little bit. However, this pittosporum's got to go. It's at the time it was probably fine. I mean, the other option is cut it down to the ground. But at this point, it just needs to get out of there. Same thing over here as well. Take out the pittosporum, take out the bamboo. this beautiful palm can shine, as can this plane tree here. So that's the idea behind this. And you can see here too, let me give you a great example of this. So again, this is a linden tree. Really nice tree, probably, goodness knows, had ivy on it. It's crowded with bamboo. Take all that out, we could have some really pretty trees here that'll be allowed to shine. Another example, on a smaller scale, maybe a little more relatable to those of you with smaller gardens. Again, you can see some roses in here. The agapanthus is nice. The agapanthus is there. And then there's this thing here. It obviously wants to get big. It's been hacked, it's been hacked, it's been hacked. Gotta go. So take that out, and all of a sudden this planter starts to free up a little bit. The roses free up, we'll see what we're left with. But again, on a small scale, editing, editing, editing. Don't be sentimental. So that's the first part of this project, editing. What has to go? What do we got to get rid of? And I've just showed you some examples of that. There's more, but that you get the idea. So the thing is, when you get into a garden, and when I get into a garden for the first time, part of it is working with the client and saying, okay, I know it's been there, but it's got to go, and we have to get rid of it in order to move forward. We have to start doing some erasing before we can do some adding. So from Chateau in the south of France, see you in a bit.